broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Ready?
Throw the stance. Ready?
5, 6. Oh, wait.
Wait, music!
You ready?
Uh-huh.
And 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Ow!
Ow.
Ow! Hey, y'all. You see we threw a stance, and we are here ready to recap Bring It. We are doing, this is our first time bringing Bring It to AFTERBUZZ TV.
Yes.
We are recapping episode 1, 2, and 3. We're just going to touch a little bit on 1 and 2. Corinne is still getting it. Anyways, you guys are joined by your lovely co-host, English Cleveland, and my other lovely co-host are...
Ladies first.
Oh. Corrinne Williams.
Hello. I'm Tony Moore.
So we have
you swing this head one more time and hit me.
Knock if you up.
It's gonna be like the dancing dolls and purple diamonds up in here.
Right.
What's that?
She's purple diamond.
He's a diva of Olive Branch, actually.
Try me
I'm
not.
DD4L.
No, I'm DD4L. You're purple diamonds.
You are very purple diamonds.
Yeah, you're purple diamond-esque. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, keep going English.
Okay, so we are recapping, like I said, episode 1, 2, and 3. The first episode was called Miami Heat is Back. We get to see the Miami Heat or Miami YCDT superstars come to Jackson to prove their victory over the Dolls last season.
And they failed.
Yeah.
But I actually like this team because
they're real dancers.
They are real trained dancers. That coach gets them together. Those bodies are snatched. They're pulled up. They
got the stamina.
Come on, stamina. They all have uniformity.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
I agree.
Except in that battle, though.
Yeah,
there was some very.
Yeah, there was some messed up, but what I do respect about them, I'm not a dancer. I don't have a dancer background. I feel like I've always wanted to dance, but I never can like memorize it.
Because you be twerking.
I like to twerk. I just like to pop my booty. So therefore, which is an art too, don't you agree?
Knock if you buck.
Twerking is an art form.
Yes.
Left cheek, right cheek, left cheek, left.
Hit him with the left. Right, left.
Don't let me break this sharing.
Wobble.
Shake. Okay,
so
not everybody can do that.
So not everyone can do that. But what I do, you're right. But if you have some hips that you can twerk, if you don't got a booty, if it's not jiggling, as long as you're moving your body is what
Nobody want to see.
That's what Corrinne does. She just move her body.
Oh, you tried it, honey. She is body down. Honey. She can move. I can do a mean on 8 count. Don't try it.
No, I'm saying.
Doubt.
I mean, you can do a mean 8 count when you can't twerk because you got a case of no.
A case of what?
No acetone.
Your mama.
He just gave you a prescription.
You don't even know my mama.
Mama.
Oh, you
So
know.
anyway,
went to Hawaii with her and everything.
I did.
But don't come for me.
Ooh. Anyways, you guys, let us get back to this. So we see what I was saying is what I respect about the superstars that, like you said, they're actually like trained dancers. They have to work out. They have to get endurance.
Yeah.
They have to appreciate what they're going out there for. I feel like a lot of these girls that are dancing, they've been doing this their whole life. So it's obviously their passion, their career. They want to get out there and be what Beyonce
Or
and like
it might not
Usher.
be their passion. It just might be what their mama wants them to do.
Right, but I feel like
fine.
if they're wasting, if they're just doing that as a pastime or whatever, they need to build up endurance, because once you get out in the real world, like Kayla, we see she's graduating. This is her last season. She's going to have a lot of competition. This is not Jackson, Mississippi. This is going to be international, worldwide, whatever she decides to do.
Well, if she stays in Jackson.
But she says she wants to move away for college.
Yeah, she wants to.
Where's she gonna go? What did she say?
I don't know. She didn't say where she went to go.
That's not I'm just asking, where did she say that she was going?
She said she wanted to leave
She
out
going
of
to
state.
New York? Is she going to Atlanta?
She wants to pursue
dancing.
Dancing and be a hip hop dancer.
Right.
Come to California, Kayla.
But with that, I agree that there should be some kind of endurance training.
Yes.
They need technique more of reformed, because as the Dancing Dolls, they are hip hop majorettes. That's their style. That may not be. I feel like it's just now getting introduced like worldwide on like a grand scheme of like. I feel like it's kind of more of like a Southern thing. But if you want to get out of the South, you're gonna have to be more technique.
Well, you have to be more diverse.
Yeah,
in
more
your dance
diverse.
style, because people expect you to have the basic dance skills, you know, jazz, ballet, you know, then you get into tap and modern, lyrical, contemporary. Then there's hip hop. And, you know, so the more versatile you are as a dancer, the better, especially if you're looking at coming out to Atlanta, LA, New York. You know, they expect you to have all of that because you're competing with people who have been dancing and training since they were in the womb.
Yeah.
But I think that she knows that, and especially based off of last season. Remember when
Cameron,
Miss D had them do that lyrical number and she was really uncomfortable with it?
Yeah.
But she, you know, opened herself up to actually learning that one lyrical piece, you know, and she had said it when she did her, you know, her offset interview or her confessional or what have you. She explained the fact that, no, I like it. This is something that I need to do. I'm glad that Miss D pushed me, you know, to go ahead and do this. Maybe now I need to start going to the studio more on days that are not hip hop and go ahead and do this. So, you know.
right.
Yeah,
like Cameron, like she likes that whole lyrical, which
she does.
Well, I think that her mom understands that, you know,
it's longevity.
It is longevity, and it's just not about bucking, because like you said, everyone in the far west isn't going to understand what bucking is, you know, the same way that they do, you know, in the mid-Atlantic region or, you know, wherever she travels to. So, yeah.
Right. So,
but do we think that the superstars should have won, or do we think that DD4L took the title rightfully?
I was actually surprised that the superstars didn't bring it as hard as they should have.
Well, they have fumbles.
Yeah, they had a lot of mix-ups.
Yeah, they you know, they tried to build that little pyramid thing,
and they fell.
And they
that
fell.
girl felt bad too.
Bad.
I felt so. I was
Poor
like,
baby.
Yeah, and it's like when you're doing, you know, stunts and things like that. A, safety first.
Yes, amen.
B, it has to hit. You have to stick it. No one can be weeble wobble and don't fall down. Like
Wobble,
it has
wobble,
to be
shake.
bam. You know, you have to hit it. And I think, and I don't know, that team, they are very talented. They are very versatile. I give them that. But some of the antics that they were doing throughout the show, like showing up to the dollhouse, and then.
But we know that was for TV,
right?
Well, I mean, of course, but I mean, we're recapping the show, like whether it was for TV or not. Don't you give me the shoulder?
He's trying.
Don't you give me the shoulder? I'm just saying though, like, I mean, it was a bit much, and then her, like, I mean, she's more crunk than the team is.
She
just
is.
on the side, just.
Right. She
also
would drive me crazy. Like, just looking at her visually and then all of her antics drives me up the wall.
She's like that one mama trying to relive her
yes.
dancing moment.
And I mean, she's like in shape, and she's like, you could totally see she's been a dancer her whole life.
Yeah.
But I'm like, ma'am, have a seat. With that afro.
Have several.
With that little conch or whatever you want to call it.
It's a flat top with
okay,
color.
well, whatever.
It is high and tight is what it is.
It's a kid and play flat top.
It's very kid and play with
From
a little bit
the
of color.
90s.
You guys like it?
I mean, it suits her.
For her.
I mean, it's good for her.
Not for Corrinne Williams, no, but for...
I mean, even what Corrinne has right now.
Oh, try. Yeah, honey, where are my sunglasses? Because all the shade right here. It's just too much. Too much
shade in this room.
But no, I was glad that the Dancing Dolls won that one.
Me too.
I felt like I was with them like, we
because
won.
The thing is, last time we watched, like, we were so let down. Like, honestly, I cried. Because I love them. I started watching the show.
I know them.
Me too. I started watching the show, like, my boyfriend lives in Jackson, Mississippi. So
Does he know them?
No, but I rode on the plane with them one time.
Did you?
And I felt like so excited, and I was like, "Hey, y'all!" But I didn't really say. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning, so I wasn't in the mood.
Hey, Miss D.
I was rushing. They were rushing. It was just a lot going on. But
did they have their bonnets on?
They had their bonnets on.
Why y'all travel with your bonnets on?
Yeah,
You got to keep them curls intact.
But your bonnet on?
Not outside of the house.
Come on the show. But don't have your bonnet. Yeah, I want to talk about the bonnet.
You got to keep them
but
curls
don't have
tight.
your bonnet on.
Because they old school. They got the rollers.
But then they should wear. Yeah, I don't agree. They should wear it out the house.
Okay, let's move into the next episode.
So wait. We need to talk about how they had Grace Jones come out.
I love that so much. He came out. First of all, face was beat. And he was just like,
that contour was everything. Yes.
I was like, ooh. I was like, yeah, you did that.
Yes, they did. So wait,
that was a dirty old read, though.
It was a dirty read.
I died, Miss D. That was everything.
That was
good. Before we get into the next one, let's just talk about who we have again on this season. So we have Tina, Kayla's mom, Selena, Sanjay's mom, Brittany, Christiana's aunt, Mimi, Cameron's mom, and then Tawanza, the newcomer, who acted a damn fool this episode.
Oh, this next episode?
No, the first one. When what's her daughter's name? Zatia didn't make cut and started banging. Right. Started banging on the door and then caused that whole big ruckus. Like, obviously you're proving that your daughter is not worthy of being a big dancing doll. She just needs to stay on the baby dolls.
I don't think that's what she was proving. I think that, much like any parent, you just want your child to be number one because that's
But then do you want your child to be kicked off the team because you don't know how to handle it?
It's all about emotional intelligence at that point.
There's a way to do things, and that was a way not to do that. Like,
not to Miss D, though. But you don't do that to the doll.
Everybody knows how Miss D is.
Yeah,
crazy.
And everybody who comes on as a dancing doll, even we saw this in the last season.
With Sanjay.
Like, they are team too much. Like, you're supposed to stand outside and look in. You're not supposed to have, if you have a concern or question like any parent does, you bring it after rehearsal.
Right.
But you don't, hey.
No,
that's why I'm like, you must not be ready for the big dolls. That's why I'm saying in that aspect, because I think with the baby dolls, they have a little bit more leniency. She was the biggest one in the baby dolls, so she really got away with a lot. She was just always picked to win. And now she's on the bigger girls team and she has to earn her spot. Her mom is ruining it for her because we see that, we see Miss D kick her out and say your daughter's no longer.
Selena got kicked out last.
Right.
Well, she'll learn. You gonna learn today.
She didn't kick Sanjay out last season. No, she didn't.
Oh yeah, Sanjay she didn't perform in stands.
She didn't kick her off the team.
Yes, she did.
She kicked Zatia off the team this week. Remember, she was like, "You're no longer a dancing doll."
Oh, that's right.
She did say that, but then we do see she's back.
Yeah, but I will say this about the moms though.
What?
Season 2.
Come on.
Them weaves are on point.
Except for one.
Okay, I will say this during the interviews. During the interviews, y'all can tell a difference between season 1 and season 2. Season 1, they're more so about
Selena has less eye makeup. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Yeah.
And the short bob, which I think she looks good in.
English doesn't like the short bob.
I think if you're going to have a short bob, it needs to be tailored more. And I think it's a little choppy.
Maybe she just didn't get it bumped like before she...
It's edgy.
It's too... Is that what it is? Okay, we'll take edgy. Whatever.
She said, is that what okay, well, we'll
I like Selena, though.
I like her. At first I didn't because I'm like, she drives me crazy.
Oh, she was my favorite from Giddy Up.
But
I love a personality that's like really
Beyonce,
really extra. Yeah, I appreciated that. Like, why not?
Notice that she's describing herself.
Right.
I love it.
That's extra. Corinne.
But I love them all.
That's your soul sister.
I like all the moms for different reasons.
I do too.
But I like like Selena for her like extraness, but now it's like she's kind of tamed down because
Tawanza.
Hey Tawanza.
But she's also learned though. Selena learned last season. It's like you can't be team too much. You got to kind of have a seat and sit quietly so that your child can progress.
Especially if your child isn't that great, like you're making a fool of yourself. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you're over here like screaming, yelling, and trying to defend your child. And when you have to really be honest with yourself and say, hi, like my child isn't really as good as some of the other girls. So let me, like she ended up doing, taking Sanjay over to Kayla's house and practicing. Yeah.
That was teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work.
What's her name?
Tawanza takes Zatia to, but then in the recent episode, she was saying how she strategically was
friends.
So because Sanjay
in an alliance with Selena because she wanted Sanjay to help out
her.
Zatia.
Right. Zatia, hi Zatia.
Hey TT.
Welcome to DD4L.
DD4L.
Okay,
but you know what? Really quick before we we can transition. But I want to say that what is her name? Tamia. I want her to be more on the show.
She's gonna be the captain.
No, but I'm saying
she's co-captain. I want to
see her. Like I want to, get into like who she is because we see her. She has so much flavor, so much attitude.
Yes.
She gives us life when she's performing.
Her hair is cute.
There. She bucks so low.
Yes, she does.
Yes, she does a good kick.
And I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yes.
I think as her,
where you at?
As the co-captain, I totally would think that we would see more of her, but we don't. And I don't know why.
Her parents don't want her to be a part of it.
But I love her. Like between her and Kayla, like obviously we see like they're the co-captain and captain, but she's the bomb. So I'm looking forward to next season as the captain.
You know who they also don't show as often? I didn't know whether she was on the team or not. And please forgive me. Please, a little white girl.
Right, she's pretty good.
Because when she made the team last season, I was like, oh, they are showing her a lot. Like she was always, but she gets down.
She does get down.
They need to show her.
Why are you smizing? Why are you smizing?
And I don't mean to call her the little white girl, but like I don't know her name because they don't put Sheen in the interviews.
Oh, we'll find out. Let me find out.
It's okay if I don't see
okay, girl, bye. So anyways, this is not Dancing Moms. Anyways, okay, so
you mean Dance Moms?
Dance Moms, whatever. Okay, so episode 2, Miss D loses her cool, which she really acted a fool this episode. I think
she's in full. That's who she is. Like, what do you mean acted a fool? She has, in my opinion, she's acted no different this season
bad in a bad way
from last season.
Yeah, not in a bad way. I was just a little bit shocked, which I understand. When someone pushes your buttons, you just gotta step a little bit outside of yourself. Usually at competition, she's very poker face, and this time she really went in for her kids.
You're talking about her, okay.
Her and Neva
pulling down her.
Let's talk about
acting like she pulled down her pants. That's what you're talking about.
And I feel like after like the girls were talking like while they were in the stands, she was like, this BI, but don't know. Like, I feel like as a coach, you have to be the change you want to see. If you want your girls to be respectful and, kind of know how to play their cool, you don't need to lose your cool. But like I said, I understand people sometimes push every button and you want to wild out on them.
But they were doing a lot of unnecessary talking during those stands.
They were.
I feel like when you're in a battle, like Miss D always says, bring it to the floor. Let the dance speak for itself. After they
buck,
you stand there. You don't say nothing. You don't need to say nothing. All you need to do is wait for the next stance.
Right.
You don't need to be like,
right.
Like that's not good sportsmanship at all.
Yeah, I agree with everything you're saying. But then even taking it a step further, it's like you don't give the same type of criticism to a little league coach who's going off. You don't give the same type of criticism to a football coach or a basketball coach. So at the end of the day, it's still a competition regardless of the sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe looking back, she probably is like, oh, maybe I should not have did it.
Yeah.
Would I have done it? Maybe. Because I know that she's looking at these girls as her own. So it's just like,
as a parent.
Exactly.
You're going to get crazy.
It's clapback season. Emotions are on high. Tensions is running. Thank God they didn't get into a physical brawl.
I don't even think Neva was ready because Neva, honey,
She
Neva
ran
the diva,
because she knew what was up.
I can't handle Neva. I just feel like she's one of those nice, nasty people that like to dig under your skin and say really mean stuff and smile, but like say mean stuff. Like for instance, last season we saw her say about Misty being a porn star in adult films,
and there was no need to mention that.
And why, Neva?
She did that during the reunion.
She did, and you're supposed to be classy, and a diva never does it. So why would you bring up Miss D's past and her personal business?
Right.
And trust and believe that whoever it is that is under her, I'm sure they're well aware because she seems like a very candid person. Like, I'm gonna let you know my tea.
Yeah.
If you choose to still roll, then come on.
Like, she's not forcing these girls or these parents to be part of the dancing
they want
dolls.
To
you
be
decided to pay your dues to have your daughter try out to be on this team because you see beyond my past that I'm actually a good dancer and I have fun and I know how to teach these girls ethics and all the things that come within dance. So I, like you guys said, it's just like a cheap shot, and I understand why Miss D acted a fool
and doesn't like her
and doesn't like her.
That.
Because oh Lord, this week I was like, I want to stab, which I'm gonna keep it PG.
That's drastic.
Just punch, I should say.
That's
Neva,
aggressive.
not stab her, but stab her with like, just stab her with like a
with Christian
a
love.
side eye. Yeah.
No. How you do it the Christian way is
come on.
Bless your heart.
But that's how she acts.
Okay, so let's act it out. Oh, I know that you used to have that nasty past. I saw those videos.
Oh no, you didn't watch them, did you?
Be blessed.
Ah!
You know what that's
well, as a diva, I am.
Ooh.
That's something that Neva
Bless
would
your
do,
heart.
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
See, that's how that plays
a
out.
Nice
but
nasty.
I feel like I can't handle that. I can't act that way with Neva. I just need to get bucked.
Well,
with
Neva.
her.
Well, here's the thing.
Yes, breathe. Exhale. Woo.
I feel like she's one of those coaches that comes across as like, we're classy, we're this and
but
that.
they're not.
But she says some kind of underlying mean kind of stuff too. But it's no matter how you try to say it, whether you say it in a classy way or not, it's still mean. And then she showed poor sportsmanship when she packed up her stuff and she left.
Because she was afraid and she knew that they lost.
It wasn't that she was afraid. She knew she was in the wrong.
Yeah. And she knew that her...
she knew she lost. She was afraid. I can't. You know,
Neva the diva.
She's one of those people that you look at and you're like, what's wrong with you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I feel like, are you the coach? Are you actually teaching these girls how to dance? Because
clearly she's not.
I don't understand.
Did you see the assistants? All of the men's... They're the ones who was teaching these girls, the divas of Olive Branch. Oh. It's not her. She can't do no high kick.
Yeah, she can't do nobody's high kick.
And that's not even shade. That's just truth.
Shade from me, honey. You can't do no high kick, Neva the diva.
And I don't know if it was this episode or another episode, but Tina was like, boys shouldn't be dancing and splitting or something like that. She said, and I was like, ain't nothing wrong with boys dancing and splitting.
Miss Tina, he got a problem.
I do. You know why? Because
you dance and split, Tony?
Yeah.
I can't do a split, but I can dance. But I will say this. It reverted me back to my childhood. Mm-hmm. When I was growing up, I discovered that I could at least move and dance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And my aunt used to tell me, stop all that prancing. Mm-hmm. And because it was something wrong with a male dancer.
Mm-hmm. It made them uncomfortable.
Yeah. And my thing is this. I don't know if I could have excelled as a dancer had she not told me to stop. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I feel like as a guy, you know, you can still, it doesn't mean anything if you are a male dancer. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a stigma with that. If you have somebody that can dance or you notice a talent that, put them in dance class because you never know what they can excel in that. Yeah. Don't shut down because you think society is going to think of them. No, if they do, let them dance, let them get it together because we need male dancers.
I just think like they live in the Bible Belt and they're very like strict, like Christian, where they feel like a man should have the man role, the woman should have a womanly role. And
it's 2015.
Right.
I think it's beyond that, though. I think that sometimes you just, and this is not saying anything against the parents that are on the show. This is just a very broad and general statement. A lot of times you just don't invest in your kids because you just don't know.
Yeah,
You
that's
just
true too.
don't, you have no idea. My mom used to be like, oh my God, you're just so much. But I just was.
We still say that now.
But, I knew what I wanted to do. So I would just be like, oh, this is what I want. And my mom would be like, okay, whatever. It wasn't her like finding the research. It was just me like, I think I want to try this. And she was like, okay, fine. Like, whatever. But I think for a lot of parents, they just don't know, especially if they have a child that is colorful or a little bit off the cusp than, which the other siblings are, or, what they know a child to be. So, that probably is where that statement is coming from. Maybe.
Don't say it again, Tina.
Maybe. So did we think that, you stupid. So did we think that the Divas should have won that competition or default?
I think that, I don't think they should have won because of their poor sportsmanship. I think if they would have came out there and brought it without all the tension, obviously it's built up. They obviously don't like each other. The coaches have nothing to do with the stands and with the competition. They just need to have their girls be respectful and go out there. Yeah. The Divas of Olive Branch did not take a diva standpoint and just remain sophisticated.
Well, how can they when their coach is she's saying the
exactly.
S word?
That's
She's
what I'm
cussing as well, and she is igniting the fire. Like a diva would have just been like, oh,
right. So I think their coach ruins it for them. Just like last year we saw them do a stance and
with their legs open.
Yes. That, like, how can you say we are sophisticated? Like, that is completely unsophisticated and disgusting.
You know what?
That's a stretch.
That's where Usher...
Disgusting?
It's disgusting because they're too young.
That's where Usher got a new song
What
from.
song?
Shorty, I Don't Mind.
Shut up. I can't.
I don't know if
he saw that tick and was like, I'm just kidding, y'all.
You stupid. I don't know if that was necessarily to me discussing is too
for
strong
young
of a
girls
word.
To do.
Okay, but if you're gonna read them, then you need to read the whole community that dances and they buck with their legs wide open. They pop their 9-year-old booties and their 13-year-old booties and shake their hips.
But
and
I don't think they
splits.
take it that far where it's more of like a burlesque
But
style.
a lot of it can be viewed as sexual though.
But
so you just can't
true.
say that. My point in this is I feel that it's too strong of a word to criticize them if you're not going to criticize the whole community that is doing the same things with the exception of this, because a lot of even the chair and the flipping of the hair
that's very sexual. Yes, I agree with you, but I feel like opening your legs like
they open their legs when they dance,
but not in like a TikTok formation, like a freaking burlesque dance. I just think it's too much.
Y'all trying it.
You just fast.
Yeah, she's Hoochie Mama. Here's the Hoochie Mama. Find her.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna read one, you gotta read them all.
Well, here's
you have
the
to
thing.
be fair.
This whole style of dance,
it's an urban thing.
It can really set you back a little because there is a lot of pop.
It's
pop,
very aggressive,
and it's
sexual, and they have the come here.
And when they slow it down, and it's all like
and it's
WAP and all that. Yeah, I get that, but I mean,
I agree. I feel like they still should be children to a certain degree, and I don't think
it was something about that.
It was too much.
Yeah,
it was too much.
Anyways, moving on. So
my
only other thing is that in English, you and I spoke about this, the music.
I agree.
I want to hear 2 Chainz if they playing 2 Chainz. I want to hear Juicy J if they playing. I don't want to hear Madonna or like Britney Spears.
It's not even that. It's like YouTube stars.
That. Yeah.
Let me tell you what you not gonna hear.
Well, we can hear the radio
2
version.
Chainz.
True.
You know why?
Why?
Because I used to cover Dance Moms.
Tell me why.
It's the same thing. That stuff costs money.
It does cost money.
So they have a I'm pretty sure it's the same for Bring It. Mm-hmm. They have a library of music that they can use. Now,
which is
whoever is editing it,
they're picking the wrong songs to play during this
dance.
Pick
some more urban, please.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
It's Lifetime.
I know, but Lifetime is actually
show, boo.
And Lifetime is starting to get really bugged. Look at the preachers of Daughters Preachers. Like, that is out of control. Mind you, even if it is Lifetime, this show comes on at 9:00 at night.
On a Friday.
Going
up on a Friday. Hey.
So I feel like this, like, I can't appreciate when I see these girls dancing. I'm like, yeah, DD4L. And then they start bucking, and then they're playing like, do you believe in miracles?
No. Even better. Do you believe in love after love?
Yeah.
Now hold on.
Yes,
it's that. You can't buck to share.
No, you can't.
You can't get your
They're more doing. Y'all are being team too much right now.
No, we're not. I am not exaggerating.
No, we're not.
Now, they are a little watered down urban hits.
No,
they're not even urban.
But y'all trying to act like they playing like
they are. Whatever you're gonna say,
they're playing like Kids Bop, or like they're trying to play like songs on YouTube that people are fans of these artists that we don't know.
They are playing what is in the library and what they can afford.
Well, if
you are an aspiring urban artist and you want to hear your song on Bring It, write it into them and say, put this song on.
But they're not even playing urban music. They're just playing like whimsical Disney music.
Moving
like
on
you're going
into
to
the last episode, honey. Just move this train.
So we won again, DD4L. We love you. They won dancing. They won the first place for trio, and then first place for Stan's battle, which was amazing.
Good for them.
What do we think about their salsa routine?
That's this episode.
Oh, okay.
So Hometown Showdown with Purple Diamonds over here.
I like the Purple Diamonds.
You know, when I was first introduced to the Purple Diamonds, I'm talking right now. There's this YouTube video of the Purple Diamonds, and it's called like "You Better Kick," and they're doing their little line, and it's like "You better kick 12." Oh, you better kick 12. That was the Purple Diamonds. If you need to look that up.
Are they good?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Those kicks are high.
I like them. They're actually good. I just think that
I didn't think they deserved the win though.
No. I didn't think so either.
I think the tension of them both being from Mississippi, they're in the same hometown of Jackson. It's a lot of rivalry. Like they said, half the city likes DD4L, the other half of the city likes PD. So there's drama. There's probably a lot of fighting in the stands, and like with the parents and all of that.
And there especially was the last time that they met. It was a lot of unnecessariness. You won, yes, but you don't have to be like
smack your booty.
That's too much. What I did like was the fact that Miss D took her team. They met up with the Purple Diamonds, and they was just like, listen.
They hugged it out.
We're not going to do this. We are going to keep it strictly on dance, and we are going to show great sportsmanship.
Amen.
And I thought that was a great open into the episode. The problem I had with this episode was the moms being like, I don't know, but I don't feel comfortable.
Because you guys are parents. You should be able. I think they were scared for themselves, not even for their daughters.
Because clearly they were talking smack, and it's gotten out of hand.
Right.
DDP, sometimes I feel like they need to
have a seat
and know how to be an adult. Like, even if you guys don't feel like your child should dance against them, like, who cares?
Sometimes they just don't need to be there.
Yeah, I agree.
Just don't
if you don't like some of the people in the town that are gonna be there, don't go.
Because I think that sometimes they carry a lot of the weight and the baggage, which creates more of the tension than needs to be there. You know, because kids are just gonna be kids. You know, they're gonna fight, but then they're gonna make up the next day.
Right.
But the parents, you know, can harbor it.
The parents are team too much, and I understand being a parent and.
Oh, you a dad?
Excuse me, no.
Oh, okay, so how you understand it?
I understand.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Being a parent and being like, you know, fearful of your child. Now, if the situation the last time that they had was team too much, like they were fighting, people were getting hurt, so I can understand. Okay, like listen, Miss D. We ain't gonna take our kids over there. Yeah. But it wasn't that big of an issue to where they should feel like I don't know about
Let's go up in here and talk to Miss Diana. Mind you, knowing she about to get Buck back on. She about to get like Buck with you.
And then she just collected her stuff and was like, I'm about to go.
She was
Right. Like, bye. Like, what are you guys doing here? You're interrupting my time and
like
my coins.
You need to realize that I'm the coach and I'm not going to put your kids, my kids, in a
danger.
situation that's
And
going to be
I'm throwing
dangerous.
the peacemaker stand this week.
And she
Yeah.
already
appreciate
resolved the issue without them being there.
Yep.
Exactly.
And they just stirred it up.
Exactly. So this
Messy,
week
messy,
I kind of
messy,
liked.
messy.
We can touch really quick. It was just a short little moment, but we got to see Miss Diana's husband and Robert and Kobe.
Yeah, her son.
And we see that her husband is actually
He's a coach too.
A girls basketball
Women's
coach.
big ups to women's
Were
basketball.
you in women's basketball?
I was women's
Yes.
basketball.
You was women's
and
basketball?
volleyball
Yes.
and track.
I ran track too, boo. Look at
All
these thick
right.
thighs, hunting.
I was in the marching band.
Okay, all right. So it was just really cool to see like the family standpoint with Miss Diana, to see her husband. They are both competitive people and he understands her lifestyle. She understands his lifestyle. And then the kid.
And
they
the great
just have a
advice that he
happy little
gave
life.
her and all that. Yeah.
It's super cute. So we see the guys are dancing in the stands this week. They do the whole salsa flair, which was super
Where'd she
cute.
get them from?
I know. And she was scaring them. They seemed so intimidated.
That
by
one
her.
with the glasses who the camera zoomed in on, he was like, and she was like, "Oh, I hope I scared him." I'm like, "You succeeded."
Right.
Shaq did.
I thought it was great, but I just wished that they let themselves just have fun with it and not try to be like, yeah.
But you know, they're
Yeah.
going through puberty and stuff. They like them little girls.
Drop
They
them
got
nuts
crushes
and
on
go
them.
in there and dance.
Well, they
Drop
don't. I
them
don't even
nuts.
think
Drop
they were
them nuts.
professional like the guys.
drop
I don't
them
even know.
nuts.
She probably just
They
found
didn't
them
look like it.
Yeah,
squad
but
dancing.
they could have like just let loose a little bit more and like been like, you know, very much Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
I mean, like been
Boom,
into
boom,
it with
boom,
them
boom,
and
boom.
turn them
Right,
and spin
yeah.
them and you know. And
She
just
scared
have
them.
fun.
Yeah, she did scare them.
But why did Miss D have to read Anastasia? What's her name? Anastasia. She read that girl talking about you always messing up.
Right.
I'm gonna spill the tea. That's why I'm reading you right now.
Yeah,
Right.
I was like, poor Anastasia.
But she had balls to try to interrupt
spoke
Miss
up.
D.
But I was tripping. You wasn't tripping. You always messing
She
up.
did trip. It
Right.
happens.
No, okay, no.
Poor Anna. What's her name? Annalika.
No, sometimes kids will say something to cover up the truth.
How was that job?
Now, see.
It's all right, Anna Malika. What's her name?
See.
Stop giving her a ghetto
A
name.
new name. See, that's the thing. She wasn't tripping. She was just messing up. And instead of just saying, okay, you're right, I'm messing up, she's like, but I was tripping. You weren't tripping.
Her boyfriend could have been sitting over there. I was like, poor baby. Like, my
I
heart went out to
know.
her.
She
Miss D
let her.
She read so bad that she had like spit in her corners
Yeah,
of her mouth.
We
I was
gonna
like, damn,
we gonna
Miss
have
D.
We about to have
Got my
About to
clipboard. You ain't making a team. Anyways.
So we see Purple Diamonds aren't doing creative dance. They are just doing the stand battle. The captain of the Purple Diamonds, when it came down to the battle, was asking everybody else, well, what battle should I throw? So it was kind of like they didn't come with their A game. It was just really surprising.
So I'm shocked that I'm upset that DD4L didn't win.
Exactly.
Because I thought that we won.
Exactly. But
Kayla,
what I did
didn't
see,
you think we won? I did.
I think we won too, Kayla,
I
Sanjay,
think so too.
Tamia,
Sanjay, Christiana.
Cameron, Christiana. We love you all. I think they totally should have won.
I think so,
but
too.
what I do think is how they won is they hugged it out. They made it peaceful.
That
No
was
one
nice.
was fighting after. So honestly, both of them won. And like Ms. D said at the end, if you feel like you got out there and gave your all, a trophy doesn't mean
Doesn't mean
anything.
nothing. Go
A
ahead,
trophy
Ms.
is
D.
just a trophy. You guys are walking out of here with your dignity, your respect. And that's what I appreciate. Of course, we always want them
But
to
I
win.
still want my trophy.
I do too, just to look at, but whatever. I'll send you guys one. You are a trophy in our eyes. So let's get into news and gossip. Do you guys have any?
You do though.
I do have news and gossip.
I don't.
Okay, well,
Ooh, I did like the Peacemaker stand. That was good. That was a good thing.
that's news and gossip.
Did I say that
That's your
already?
music.
No, that wasn't the news guys. That was like, I meant to say that right before I got in.
We talked
I
about
wanted
that.
them to win the stand battle. I
I
thought
did
that they
too.
should have. And I like the purple diamonds, but Dee for
my news and gossip is kind of a little bit of a sad story. We did see last week that Christiana's dad was shot and killed in Jackson, Mississippi. Our hearts go out to you, Christiana. We really feel for you. I feel like you're a part of our family. And we just hope in this time that you are feeling loved and cared for, and that you do have a lot of love coming from Los Angeles.
Yes.
And let me know when you guys are dancing, because I always come to Jackson, so I want to come to some of your battles and like act a fool and like bring my whole West Coast like
She's gonna have a whole sign.
I'm gonna have like glitter.
You're gonna sit by Selena, aren't you?
I am, and I'm gonna have like just glitter eyeshadow, DD4L like nipple tassels, and just really, bring it.
It's a kid's show.
I'm not sitting next to you.
It's a kid's show, boo.
Well, I don't care.
I'm not sitting next to you.
But that's my only news and gossip. We're praying for you, Christiana, for you and your family.
And it's Sunday.
And I don't care. I can bring nipple tassels, right?
Sometimes you got to say a prayer for the children.
Okay.
Say a prayer
So we didn't see the recap for next week, but did you guys watch it?
I think I did. I forgot.
I don't remember.
You know what's gonna happen?
They're gonna win.
There's gonna be more yelling, more dancing, and more awards given.
And bucking.
There's gonna be bucking. You better get bucked so low your knees pop out.
So
buck.
Hey,
I want you. Hey. Get low. Toss your hair.
This has been fun. I love it. I love that we're doing this every single Sunday live on AfterBuzz TV. You guys can also find us on YouTube.
You need to cut your hair.
What's our hashtag, Marissa?
Your hair. Hashtag
bring it. Hashtag ABTV bring it.
ABTV bring it.
What Rissa said.
So you guys can catch us every Sunday here live on AfterBuzz TV, as well as on YouTube, like I said. And as always, you guys can find me on Instagram at Pink English, as well as on Twitter, English Speaks. Make sure you tune in next week.
You can find me on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, at Lounging with Tony, or my website, loungingwithtony.com.
Because he fancy. And y'all can check me out on Twitter at JustSaying08 and on Instagram at JustSaying1908.
We okay?
Tweet us, leave us comments, let us know what you think about our show. Give us 5 stars. We love you. Next time, bring it DD4L.
DD4L.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.